because this is toxic. Like, this is a lot. Like, all this, like, somebody going to end up getting hurt, basically. What is going on, y'all? And welcome to the land of Ash. It is your girl Ash here, and we are going to be doing a recap of Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion. This is episode 8, and I want to go ahead and jump up into this. But before we do, if you are new, what is going on? What's up, peoples? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you enjoy recaps and wouldn't mind some of my motherhood as well as lifestyle stuff. So, anyway, I hope you are welcome. Y'all, of course, get your drinks, get your split, get whatever you enjoy so we can kick back and talk about this episode. Because a lot was going on for your girl. So, first off, as we knew, Erica was totally drunk. She admitted to being drunk, but we already knew that. We already knew that she was lit on another level, calling out Safari like just I was embarrassed for Safari, honestly. Like, her to know her, like, he didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve you acting a fool, calling him out like that, like whatever. Like, even baby girl, like, what's her name? I ain't gonna remember it, but we're gonna keep this rolling. So even she was Paris was like what's up? Like, you doing this? Like, it seems like you picking on him, cause you is like, you drunk, you hurt, so you want that man to hurt too. So you gonna spit all that crap. So anywho, you know it's Zell's night. It's a fashion show, and I didn't really know what to expect of like what it is. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. Like, maybe I should have thought like better, but I was having a so blonde slow moment because I was like, okay, I guess you're gonna have some people come in to do a show. No, they were going to be the fashion show, and when I say yes, the Met Gala of Love and Hip Hop was here. They came here. I must say, the looks that really stuck out that I enjoyed was one, of course, Kimbella. Ugh, that body. Every time I see it, it's like, girl, you is snatched thick. You better. And she had a pretty dress, so she was giving definitely looks for me. Who was my girl Erica? Y'all know how my girl Erica do. She got that body where she can skate that fine line and just do like super sexy. Like, she definitely stuck out. My girl Mimi in the red with the little Mimi. You better, girl. So, and really, I really of the like, no, Shakana came through, came was all sparkly, and who else was sparkly? Bobby was sparkly. But look, did y'all see Booby? Like, where was Booby at? Did he, like, where was he at? I don't know, but all right. Like, I feel like now to think about it, no, he was playing basketball. So no, I don't remember seeing him at this event. But anywho, so basically they were the fashion show. They went up there and like did the runway. It was lit. It was cute. And then Zell did like a little twist to it where he had everybody come in and just had them come up on on the runway and talk about what made them be, what helped them to become, caused them or helped them to become a diamond or whatever or whatnot. And the things that really stuck out to me there was, for one, like I guess things are going well with like Stevie and Mimi. Like, they went up on stage together, even though theirs didn't necessarily relate to each other. That was like cool, but like, who was it? My boy Peter. Peter, come on, like Peter, like having a vulnerable moment, talking about how he was, a real young father, as a teen, being a felon by 21, and not making it past the 10th grade, dropping out of school. Like, it was just he's been through a lot, and he's definitely come up in his that. So kudos, Peter. Like, I felt that. And then my boy Safari. Every night I have to, what did I have to fight for my love? Like, I don't know why I just had that moment just now, but like, he got up there and was like, look, I love my wife. Like they had to, it felt like they had to like really like, I don't know if Erica was just like pulled off or maybe she realized he was about to say something and she walked off because it's like they had to force her to come back or whatever, whatnot. Of course, she turned her back to him or whatnot. He was like, you ain't gotta, you ain't gotta look at me because I know you hear me. Like he had that kind of like that bass in it, like, like you gonna hear what I got to say today. So I'm like, come on, Safari, let that girl know. He like, he loved her. He ain't signing no divorce papers. Like, what's up? Like, whatever. So Erica ain't ready to receive it. Let's be honest. Erica's not ready to receive it. She's hurt. And when you're in that space like that, it's hard to even believe, especially when you continue to lie and lie. Like, how am I supposed to believe anything you say? So I ain't mad. Like, I just felt for her. Like, she really just broke down. Like, body broke down on. I don't get nobody name tonight. It's just going to be one of those nights. It broke down. She broke down on Brooke. That's what it is, on Brooke Valentine. That's what it was. So they had a lot going on this episode, but I get it. So Jules, decides to, do a little something a little different. He takes the guys, he felt like, so after all, so especially after what Safari is going through, he did moment, let's kind of like pull up together. He rented a boat. And so as, being married or whatever, him and Marcus, of course, can definitely give him advice. And of course, they, had Zell along for, for the little ride or whatever, whatnot. So he's like, of course, like, definitely needed this. I needed this space. But basically, like, he's at this point, like, I'm looking at her and, like, I feel like, she's done. Like, she's checked out. Like, it ain't no going back to it or whatever, whatnot. And Marcus just like, now look, what she's hung up on, like, no, that's what it was. Because this dude was like, and I think what it is I didn't judge him when he said it. It was just, for me, it was just like, what made you get to that point so that you feel like you can't tell the truth? Like, even if it's not a relationship, you have to tell people what they want to hear. Like, that can't be healthy. That's not healthy or whatever, whatnot. Like, I was like, yeah, you gotta do something about that. And that's what he was saying. Like, if I feel that I do lie because one, I don't want to deal with, the backlash or the mess or the confrontation, and plus, I do that with everybody. People, they don't want to hear the truth, whatever, blah 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 blah. And I was just like, well, look, like, really, it ain't about the truth. This is about you taking accountability. When I talk to her, it's like, it's the fact of you not taking accountability, and that's what's hanging her up or whatever or whatnot. Now, flip side, Brooke checks up on Erica and she's like, like, how you feeling basically after your boy professed his love on stage or whatever or whatnot. And she's like, oh, that's what he did? Yeah, boo, that's what happened. That's what she did. And she is, yeah, like Safari said, checked out. Like, she is almost like ready to be done. Like, she don't know what to believe. She's tired of like the back and forth, tired of being hurt, tired of the lies. Like, she is 1 foot in and 1 foot out, like, as the old the saying is or whatever and whatnot. Like, she halfway in, halfway out. And Safari better be ready to come on and pull up on something if we're gonna get anywhere, because I'm a little worried. Like, but I'm rooting for Safari. Like, I honestly felt what he said, and even though what they say, the sober tongue, whatever, he was lit. But even if he wasn't, I genuinely believed that he feels that way. I think the liquor was able to get him to actually say it out loud, if anything. But I believe like what he said was genuine, and her feeling like like why like, where's this all coming from when you were just doing this. Sometimes things have to happen. Like, you've already been saying, like, I think what they hadn't been staying together, they haven't been living together, so y'all haven't been seeing each other. So now y'all in a place where you like kind of have to deal with each other because you're consistently seeing each other. They're doing this filming, so you have to be within the same surroundings, and y'all have been talking through stuff and figuring out like what do you mean? Like, why is he just saying this now when he was da 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 da? Like, now y'all are coming to a point where y'all kind of have to face everything or whatever or whatnot. Like, come on. So, getting on from that, It's Joel Santana. It's his event or whatnot. He was telling the guys on the boat like he's gonna do what is it, Harlem on the Bay or whatever, whatnot, and or Harlem at the Bay, something like that. So he, his event was basically like bringing like the Harlem basketball to San Fran. So they basically pick teams, pick black team, white team. Tara is the um, captain of the black team. Jules is the captain of the white team. Basically, Tar got all the old guys except for Bobby. Except for Bobby. Tar got all the old guys. So we already knew it was going to be. Jules always automatically ends up picking Booby. Done deal. Whoever had Booby on their team was going to win. Obviously, like, come on, like whoever, and then of course the girls out there and their little cheerleading stuff, and of course y'all know our girl Sin. She out there in her little uniform, chilling for her boy, doing the thing, doing the thing. You better cheer for your boo girl, like. But what was crazy was, uh, Jules, thanks everybody, talk about the event or whatever, whatnot. And he uses this notion as, or this moment to, because it's their anniversary, y'all. Like their anniversary was the next day, and which was that day. So, he takes that time, to shout them out for the anniversary and basically like just talking about like them working it out and getting through it. And Erica Rude's self just, he shut up. Like, I get it. Like, it's not what you want to hear. You in this space. Like, I have gorilla grace. Like I can get it. I can relate to it. But at the same time, it's like, come on, sis. Like, these people are rooting for you. They're rooting for your relationship. And I don't know. I've never been in. I can't really say ever been in a situation where people are consistently talking about my relationship, and I'm low key checked out of it, and low key, like to a degree, Erica is checked out. Like, so I can get how it can just be annoying. I think that's what it is. She was just annoyed at the moment, and so we gonna let our girl ride, okay? We gonna let her ride. What I forgot to mention was the off-putting thing about the fashion show, of course. And I forgot she was actually one of my top looks. It was definitely a different look, and I think that's what I was just like. I gave the respect because I kept looking at it like I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like it. Like I liked it when she first came out, and then I kept looking at it like I don't know if I like it. So I don't even know, y'all. I'm still in the air about that dress, but nonetheless, like it was bold. It was like she pulled it off, though. I feel like so. I think that's maybe why it was like I like it or whatever or whatnot. But why did they come out and the dress had a little bit, little bit of a train to it, but I guess to a degree she didn't want it to you know sway the ground, but drag the ground, but so much. And what also made me mad was we didn't even get to see Tara. Like Tara didn't even get to have her moment because, of course, we're so focused on Cisco holding the train of Amina's dress. What it like? It's kind of like both of y'all playing games. Cause like Amina, what is that you don't get? That's not cool about this. Like, just no, no, no. So, of course, Peter was tight about that. I would have been tight about that too, which led to them finally having a conversation and Peter addressing it like, I don't know how many times like we have to go through this. I don't know how many times I have to continue, to say this, but you, my wife, like my ex-wife, like that's it. There's a line. Like that's completely off limits. Like I don't. If we shouldn't even be having to discuss it. I agree. I agree, Peter. Why do we continue to have to keep discussing this? Why? What are you not getting? And I'm really sitting here like he. Okay. First off, he takes accountability for doing the whole flirtatious, grinding towards her, whatever, when she was doing the yoga or whatever, whatnot. But he says the whole train thing was him being a gentleman. I can kind of get that. But then the other part of me is just like, your track record right now is not trustworthy, Cisco. So you know what? I kind of be with Peter. I don't know if I believe you either. I don't know if I believe it. So cool, fine. He ends up walking off, like, having his little moment, and all, oh yeah, because that's what it was. Peter, hit a nerve, talking about, all these wives here, find your own wife, stay away from my ex-wife, like all these wives here, like just stay away from mine, basically. Just stay away from mine. That ends up like, again, well, that's what happened. Cisco walks away. He ends up, in tears or whatever, whatnot, because, Rich goes after him or whatever, whatnot, concerned, trying to talk to him, trying to get him to come back to the table and address the issue at hand or whatnot. So, after all that, while they over here talk about some, I'm going through so much, whatever, boom, 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 okay. You if these are the levels that you are going to, but you know what, sometimes, but you know what, saying it as I'm saying it out loud, as I'm thinking, when I said it, when I was watching it, I was just like, there's no way, but you know what, people will really do some messed up stuff when they are hurt and going through things. If the saying is not so true, hurt people, yeah, because at first I was like, this is the level, like, because you're hurting, this is the level that you're really willing to go through to, like, you're really putting your friendship on the line. Like, honestly, I think they need to, the Crip Squad just need to, I don't know if they want still going to be the Crip Squad, but I think they need to, like, disperse. Like, honestly, like, y'all need to leave Cisco to be about his way and to do, like, whatever, like, Cisco just needs to step away, whatever, how you want to put it, because this is toxic. Like, this is a lot. Like, all this, like, somebody gonna end up getting hurt. Basically, somebody gonna end up getting hurt because, mind you, while they over here talking and Rich trying to get him to come back to the table so they can talk, Stevie comes on and admits to Peter that Shakana basically told him that Cisco told her that he did do it to Amina. What? First off, hold up. Hold up. I don't know, y'all, but I honestly felt like Shakana might have been messy. Because it was like, okay, why would he tell you that? And that's what I mean, even on the level of like, you're that hurt that you're taking it here. You're taking it here because you know, like. But again, like I said, possible, maybe. I, look, y'all tell me honestly. Go ahead and drop them comments right now. Drop them right now. Come on, talk to me. Talk to me. Let me, like, tell me right now. Cause look, like, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Like, I immediately felt like that. There's no way. There's no way. Why? Why? But it's gonna be addressed. I can't wait till next week because it's gonna be addressed. But basically, Cisco was just like, nah, 100%. I never said that. I didn't say that to her. He completely denied it, and I believe him. I believe him. Now I might be made a fool of next week in some way if Shakana can somehow prove what she's saying is true or whatever, whatnot, because she's standing her ground like that's what he said, and I stand with the fact that I think she's gonna be a messy. But nonetheless, the girls do a they want to do something for Erica or whatever, whatnot, since it was her anniversary, and you know they were just try to like to get her spirits up, make her feel special, make her feel loved. So Mimi did have to like kind of like do a little finesse, do a little acting, put a little acting on or whatever. They kind of like come to where they were, like they were just kind of like it looked like they were kind of like doing like a little lunch or brunch dinner, kind of like this little thing going on, or just having a little food, some drinks or whatever, whatnot. Just something like, real cute or whatever for her to make her just like, feel special right now, even though it's not a great time between like her and her husband. And that's what she did. And that's what she felt like. She was happy, of course, that the girls had did that for her, and wanted her to make her feel special because she wasn't feeling special by Safari. She wasn't getting no love by Safari. But speaking of Safari, he shows up. And the girls were like, oh, well, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. It's time to go. I got to go. I think it's time for me to go ahead and leave. Come on, Safari. Come on. Let's reel this in one more time, baby boy. Let's come on and get our girl back home, okay? My boy apologizes for everything, even down to him not being there for her during her pregnancy and treating her like crap. Like he's like, come on, come put the big boy briefs, boxers, like, or your jeans, cause some men just free ball, like whatever it is that makes the grown man the grown man. Cause we say the big girl panties, but I don't think the same, goes the same for the men. So, but anywho, um, yeah, my boy, like, come on, and even for him to even say, like, and I know, like, just because, like, I'm apologizing right now, that doesn't mean, like, oh, like, now it's just gonna be good. Now it's just gonna be like, oh, what are like, I realize, like, it's still gonna be work, but, and that he's gonna do the work to, get his own self together so that he can be what he needs to be for this relationship and for that family. But Erica's not totally convinced because going through the healing work, myself, no. Like, let me tell you, I've been doing this for a long time. Because I ain't been ready to deal. Because I haven't been ready to deal. Like, it is a lot. It's a lot. So, I can understand why she feels like he might not be all in. Is because, like, automatically right here, just where we are in our relationship. Like, what's going on? So, I'm pushed, like, I don't know, y'all. Y'all already know. Y'all already know I'm pushing for that. Y'all already know I'm pushing for that. So just jumping back to this little situation with the guys or whatever, whatnot. So the crazy thing was, like, he does admit that they kind of fooled around or whatever or whatnot. Like, they kissed or like had kissing whatever whatnot, but it never even went there. And honestly, like, I was expecting just even that Peter was gonna go ham. That Peter was, was gonna go in. Like that was enough. Like you basically already crossed the line. Like, it's already been crossed. Like, okay, but Peter's like, you know what? You say that's it. You didn't, stick the thing and the thing. So, alright, bro, I love you, like, but at the same time, Peter looked like he's checked out when it comes to Cisco. And next week, whatever comes out as far as what happened between them and all that, I definitely feel like that's going to define the relationship going forward. So, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode here. What y'all predicting to see next week? Like, who is it? Who is it? Like, did Cisco do it? Do you think he said it, or do we think Shakana is in some misery loves company because she ain't got no man? Like, I don't know. Next week we gonna see, and I'm gonna see y'all next week too, okay, for Ratchet Monday. So go ahead, please hit that like button. That lets me know that you enjoy this content, you enjoy me popping my mouth off about these shows. All right, and of course hit that subscribe button, and I will see y'all next time.